What's going on, guys? This is Will with Floors Lawn Service out here in Houston, Texas. All right, so today we're going to be doing our first ever mowing vlog. I want to take you guys out there. I want to record a couple properties. We're going to go ahead and time ourselves, and then we'll add up the amount of money we've made at the end of the day, just to see what a typical day would look like in the life of a lawn care solo operator, right? So let's get started. This is our first property here. So on this particular day, I actually had a dental appointment at around 9 a.m. So we got out here a little bit late. We got out here at 10:45. That's the time we arrived at this property. So that's where we start off at, 10:45 for this first one. Now, this is one of my very few commercial properties. This is some type of, it's kind of like a daycare for children, and it's transitioning over into where they take care of like senior living type of thing. So this here is a bi-weekly property. It's $145 every 2 weeks. Now, the lady here actually called me the week before because this was due that week prior, and she asked me to go out the next week instead. I told her that our agreement was every 2 weeks, so if the property was overgrown, I would have to charge a certain amount depending on the height. So because it was overgrown, like you saw there in that first picture, we actually charged her an extra $50 for this cut. So this came in right at $195 for the entire service. It's this front area here, it's an area on the side, there's an area over there in the back, and then there's two smaller courtyards there in the back of the property. This is mowing, edging, trimming, and blowing. This here took about, I want to say, 3, maybe 4 passes with the mower. And just remember, guys, so I am a solo operator, so these properties were all done by myself. Therefore, I'm not going to record too much just for the sake of time. I'll just kind of give you guys a couple different angles and then go from there. So again, this took right about 2 hours, and we charged $195, and then she also tipped us an extra $5. So we made $200 for this property in 2 hours, right? So here our hourly rate is right around $100. Now, after blowing off all the debris back into the lawn, we're able to see here that we clocked out right around 12:43. So we started at 10:45. That's 2 minutes to spare, and we got that done, and we're on to the next one. These properties here were actually out of routes. What had happened was, I think it rained the week prior to me filming this, and so a lot of my properties were all over the place. So I decided to group these together on the same day. So a lot of the travel time here in this route is a lot higher than what it usually would be, right? So a lot of these houses will be grouped up with other houses that are together with each other. So this is the second property we got there at 107. This is the empty lot here that you're seeing, and then it's also that house right here to your left. So this is a bi-weekly property. I believe this took around 35 or 40 minutes, and it's $100 bi-weekly. She sometimes switches it over to weekly, and we'll bring the price down to $80 every week. But this is it, guys. This is the right 32. These houses here are one of the few houses where I can use the right 32 for 100% of the property. This is me weed whacking the front of the property here, the front of her home. And again, just for the sake of time, remember, I'm not videotaping everything that I'm doing. I'm just kind of getting a few minutes worth of footage and then moving on to the next house. So on this one, we're clocking out right at 1:46. We arrived at 1:07, so that's 39. We'll just say 40 minutes worth of labor, and it's $100, so that's right around $150 per man hour. This was the front of the home, the empty lot, and then her backyard. The backyard is very small. We usually just weed whack everything. At 1:55, we arrived at our third property. Now, this one here, it's the front yard, it's the backyard. but she actually had a big, beautiful oak tree that fell down. We had a very bad storm here and knocked the entire street onto her lawn and into the street, which is the big miss here that you see on the left-hand side. Now, this lawn is typically $90 every 2 weeks, and she usually tips $10. So this one is $100, and it's done within 1 hour, which is exactly where we want to be at. But because there was such a huge mess here, this service actually took about 15 minutes longer than it was supposed to. So we didn't meet our $80 an hour minimum that we try to be at for this one. That's why this house here does not meet the $80 an hour that I typically charge for all service. This one came in right around 70, 75, I believe. But again, this was a one-time thing because of that entire tree falling down and creating that mess that you see here on the left. So after that, we went ahead and cleaned that up for her, therefore allowing us to come back and be within that $80 to $90 hourly rate that we need to be at. All right, so this is the house. This is a bi-weekly service, front and back. Now this here is the fourth service. We clocked in right around 3:20. My phone actually died while I was servicing this lawn, so I wasn't able to take any pictures or videos. But this one was a $42 lawn, and that was took right around 25 minutes to complete. So this here is the fifth and final lawn. This one we arrived right at 3:50. It was 5 minutes away from the previous one, and then same thing, this one also took 25 minutes, and then she also had a branch that had fallen down that we were able to charge an extra $20. So this house here is usually 43, and then plus the extra 20, we were right at 63 for this lawn. And then again, this one took us right at 25 minutes as well. I ended up finishing all of these properties by 4:20, which is a total of 5 hours and 35 minutes worth of labor. Our grand total for the day was $506, which brings our hourly rate to $92 an hour. Remember, we want to be right at 80 to 90. We came in at 92, so we're right above our goal, which is perfect. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. Please leave a comment, please like, and please subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next one.